Time now for PFT on Yahoo Sports. Peter King, Mike Florio, the biggest stories in the NFL. And just as we put 1 week in the books, we have another week that is starting with a bang. The Chiefs at the Chargers. Chargers already have won in Kansas City. Chargers are looming. Can they actually put an end to this 5-year domination in the AFC West that we've seen from the Kansas City Chiefs, Peter?
I think it's unlikely, Mike, because I just don't think they're as consistent a team as you need to be at this time of year. But I would just say this. They're not afraid of the Chiefs. They've beaten them. They beat them earlier this year at Arrowhead. Actually Justin Herbert has outscored Mahomes head-to-head. And so I look at it and I say it's definitely possible that they can catch him and beat him. But obviously this week's game is the key to that. The one thing I really like right now about Justin Herbert, and Brandon Staley said after the game against the Giants that, he basically said he's playing at an MVP level. And when you look at how he's played in the last 2 weeks, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception, completing 74%. They've scored 78 points in the last 2 games. He is proven right now that even against the strong rush of Cincinnati last week and the decent defense of the Giants on Sunday, that I think he's going to score. I think this is going to be a higher scoring game. I have no idea what the line is. This is going to be a higher scoring game than people think.
And it really is a significant game. If the Chargers can pull off a victory, they pull into a tie. They'd have the head-to-head tiebreaker with 3 games left. If they lose, they're down 2 with 3 games left. So a huge game. It's basically, it's kind of like what we saw last night with the Rams and the Cardinals. If the Rams lost that game, it's over. If the Chargers lose this game, it's over, and maybe that's enough of a kick to get them to surprise us. I think back to 2018, the first year that Patrick Mahomes was the starter. The Chargers won a big Thursday night game against the Chiefs in Kansas City, and if they just hadn't tripped over their own shoelaces against the Ravens at home in that soccer stadium they used to play in on a Saturday not long after that, they would have been the 1 seed in 2018. That's how good they were not that long ago, and here they are in a position to at least challenge a Chiefs team that we have just been ready to say, even though the offense still has work to do, we've been ready to say they're back. They still have that major internal roadblock in the Chargers, and they could surprise everyone, and we could have a new narrative on the AFC West come Friday morning.
Look, we've really come a long way since entering week 8. The Chiefs were 3-4, and we're all saying, well, that's the end of the Chiefs. And I think what has happened really is that, Mahomes is not one of these I respond to the sky is falling kind of guys. I remember when they routed Vegas, I remember asking him, did you ever once think, back when you guys were under 500 approaching midseason, did you ever stare up at the ceiling and say, man, what's wrong with us? What's wrong with me? He goes, no, I didn't. Long pause. And he's just one of those guys who you like having as your trigger person, because he reminds me of a guy like Fouts or Marino, or Favre. He shrugs his shoulders at when everybody else says, hey, there's a fire outside, you better go put it out. Yeah, we'll put it out. And he doesn't get all tight. So he's the guy, if you're Kansas City, obviously mentally and physically, you want running your team right now.
And regardless of how it plays out, we have a great quarterback rivalry in the AFC West between Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert. We'll see it twice a year. And who knows, maybe one of these years we'll see it a third time. Maybe this year they'll cross paths for that possible rubber match in the postseason. That's it for now. Thanks as always for some of your time. We'll see you again with PFT on Yahoo Sports.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.